First, we want to talk about a story we followed very closely here on BBC Breakfast, the story of three dads, Mike, Andy and Tim. They became friends and campaigners after their daughters took their own lives.
You might have seen them starting this, and we chatted to them. The latest challenge sees them walking between all four parliaments in the UK. They're calling for suicide prevention to be a compulsory part of the national curriculum. They have trekked 600 miles. And in the last half hour, they have reached their final destination, Cardiff. And to greet them is Alison Freeman. And they're being greeted in some sunshine as well, Alison, which makes all the difference. Morning.
Yeah, good morning, Nagra. It makes a real change from yesterday, doesn't it? That sheeting rain that we had. But it's not just me that's welcoming them. Look at this huge crowd of supporters who've come down, because many of them too have been touched by suicide, and that's what we're here to talk about today. That wish for the dads who are by me now, not saying anything just yet, but to get suicide prevention put on the national curriculum. Before we talk to them, as I say, let's see what they've been up to over the past few days.
Yeah, we tried to road to go left.
It's been quite a journey. In the wind, the mist, the rain, and sometimes even more unexpected conditions.
Ow, bloody nettles, who brought us in here? This is a special video because Andy reckoned this footpath apparently, and is a total muppet.
Tim, Andy and Mike, the three dads walking, were brought together by the loss of their daughters, Emily, Sophie and Beth, to suicide. Last year, they caught the imagination of the nation as they walked the 300 miles between their three homes to raise money for the suicide prevention charity Papyrus, as well as awareness of the help that's available. This year, they're walking 600 miles between all four UK parliaments to try to get suicide prevention made a compulsory part of the national curriculum. Last time, Hollywood actor Daniel Craig donated £10,000. This time, he had a message of support for them.
Andy, Mike, Tim, just incredible. What you achieved last time around and what you're about to do now is just truly, truly heroic. I'm sending you love and my best wishes. Shout loudly. I know you'll be heard. All my very best. Good luck.
Flipping heck.
Yeah, amazing. I leaped again. I leaped straight away.
And there's been plenty of support for the three dads on their route too. This week, they've been walking through Wales towards the Senedd. Emma Webb has accompanied them through her home country. Her daughter Brodie took her own life at the age of just 16. Emma's fully behind the Dads campaign.
Suicide is a scary word for parents out there, but you know, losing your child to suicide and realising you've got to live the rest of your life without them is a million times scarier than that. So, you know, my message would be brave and take all the support you can get from the curriculum if it is put onto the curriculum. You know, your child needs the skills to learn to keep themselves safe.
Also supporting them, Paul and Paula Poole. Their 18-year-old son, Rydian, died 2 years ago.
Rydian was, well, he was just a funny, lovable, loving boy. He was rugby mad. He just got lost. He just didn't know where he was going or what he had to look forward to, and it was just devastating, absolutely devastating.
At Rydian's rugby club, a fundraising tournament is held each year in his memory, and the team now has its own chaplain to offer support. The players encouraged to talk about their mental well-being.
When there's rugby, you're not supposed to show emotions, you know, but yeah, I think boys are starting to show emotion and starting to get, trying to get rid of that stigma.
None of us knew Rydian felt like that. Maybe if it was taught in school, you can see a bit different.
Ready?
Here at the club, we don't have all the answers, but we can signpost to the experts, and that's sometimes all they need.
For Paul, the walk gives him the chance to talk, something he says is difficult.
Especially
men of my age, because like I say, we feel like I said, if we talk, it's like being weak. It might even bring it out to me to have a little grizzle, so I say.
Well, don't hold it back if it does.
As the dads approach the third Parliament on this walk, a petition calling on the governments to act on their campaign has gained thousands of signatures.
We are absolutely convinced this will save our lives.
In a final note to us said, do something good out of this. And so that's all we're doing, and all the girls would have wanted that, and so we're just following their wishes.
Beth would say, make a difference, Dad. She would.
Yeah. We're trying, aren't we?
Yeah.
They really are trying. This is the third stop out of 4. They've still got another 9 days to go before they complete that 600 miles. But you said you're trying. Things are gathering pace. What is the message that you're most keen to get across today, guys?
Well, the key thing we want to point people at is the petition we've got up and running to get suicide prevention onto the school curriculum, because that will make a difference. If we can get young people trained early with age-appropriate lessons, will help them save themselves and save others.
Where can they find that petition then, Mike?
You can find it on our website. There's a button there that says petition. It'll literally take less than 30 seconds to complete it.
Brilliant. And how have you found Wales, Tim?
Oh, it's been fantastic. The welcome we've had here has been humbling. It's been absolutely fantastic. People have been absolutely lovely.
Super, thanks guys. Well, we're here with Lynn Neagle. She's the Deputy Minister for Mental Health and Wellbeing. Just tell me a little bit about, you walked with them this morning. Why did you do that?
I wanted to walk with them this morning because I feel really passionate about suicide prevention. There's nothing more important than saving young lives, and I wanted to come really to thank them for all that they're doing and to show my solidarity for the work that they're doing.
They do have this petition that they're trying to make sure that there is government support. Can you assure us that you're committed to making something actually happening?
In Wales, we are absolutely committed. We have a new curriculum where learning about your mental health is mandatory, including conversations about help seeking and where to get support. We have a legal duty on those who plan the curriculum to consider mental health, and we've already issued guidance to all schools on talking about suicide and self-harm. But there's always more that we can do, and I'm really committed to looking at using all the avenues we've got to make sure that we can have those safe, appropriate conversations about mental health and suicide in our schools.
It's lovely to hear. Tim, what do you make of that, hearing that?
Just humbling. Everything's going in the right direction. Everyone wants to save young people's lives, and if you can get it started early, then it'll be brilliant.
Brilliant. Well, I'm going to come back to you in a second. We're just going to pop back as well. There has been one young woman that has been walking with the guys, Emma. Yeah. You've been with them every day throughout the wet and the dry and the wind.
Yeah, and the climbs.
How has it been for you?
Yeah, it's been amazing to team up with the 3 dads and to meet, so many other people who've been touched by suicide, and talking to them. It brings comfort to each other, So yeah, and I've got 2 more days to go, so the legs have got to keep strong.
I was going to say, how are the knees at the moment?
The knees are hurting.
But the night in your own bed last night made it a lot better, did it?
It did, yeah.
Lovely,
Not the crawl out, though.
Lovely to talk to you, Emma. Right, we're going to pop back round to the dads. So, chaps, we've got another 9 days to go. How many more miles, and where is it that people might be able to catch you when they're on the way?
Well, the thing to do is have a look at our website, the 3dadswalking.uk, and if you have a look at the route button, there's a tracker on there, so you can, that's this thing here. You can actually follow us live in real time. So we're walking across the country towards Westminster over the next 9 days. Keep an eye on where we're at and come out and say hello.
Yeah, definitely. You are raising money as well, aren't you, Mike? Tell me a little bit about that.
We're absolutely raising money. Every £5 that we do raise goes to Papyrus and will help with many things, but including their Hopeline UK, that is basically an emergency call line for those who are struggling, but also concerned others.
I'm going to ask the silly question. Do you think if it had been taught in schools, that things might be different for you?
I think all 3 of us said if we'd known about suicide prevention, it might, not saying it would have been, but it could have been. And if we'd known about Papyrus's Hopeline and our girls had, then they might have saved their lives.
Brilliant. Thank you so much for talking to me. Right, guys, we're going to send you on your way with a lovely cheer from the crowd here at the Senedd.
So Mike, Andy and Tim on their way. Pleased to say, bit of a skip then, wasn't it?
jumping down.
Here we go. It's been lovely following them on the journey. It's nice to see everyone turning out for them down there. Weather looks okay, doesn't it?
They're always in shorts.
I know.
They embrace the shorts.
Yeah, quite right
thing.
too.
It's their look now, isn't it? They've got to keep it up.
Do you know, it's a better look than a panda.
Oh yeah, that's gone. The panda outfit. That was from the London Marathon.
Yes, exactly. You were doing this lovely piece, which I'm sure people can
Well, we saw an
watch.
elephant there, actually, didn't we? I wondered if that was entering the London Marathon.
Yes, it wasn't
Fancy the
explained, was it? There did appear to be an elephant just behind the guys. I'm not quite sure what the relevance was.
Just there for moral support, I think.
Indeed.
Why not?
Who doesn't like an
a
elephant?
mammoth task that they're undertaking, isn't it?
Oh, Mike.
Anyway, look, let's move on.